Annie Young, the head women's golf coach at the University of Tulsa, joins us here in the eye of the hurricane. And Coach, you had 5 tournaments here in the fall, so give us an overall assessment of the team.
Yeah, busy fall. Feels like we finished quite a while ago, but overall, we saw a lot of progress. Still not where we want to be, but we're a young group, and we had kids shooting under par at times, and had some really good finishes. Lorena finished on a strong note. She played solid the whole year, pretty much the whole fall, and so. But our freshmen, Lily shot 69 the last round, which is big. We're really close, but we need to put it together for 3 rounds instead of 2 rounds.
And you had a 3rd place finish in your 2nd tournament of the year, and then the others are kind of in the middle of the pack, but the really good 2nd tournament that you had. Huh?
Yeah, we had a chance to win that one. K-State just kind of made a run on the back 9 of the tournament, but we had a good chance there. So we're playing a tougher schedule than we have in the past, so we might have some finishes that maybe middle of the pack, but we're getting better. So that's all we can ask.
You mentioned Lorena Singh, who obviously is your most consistent player at this point, 4 top 10 finishes. What is she doing to improve her game, and what kind of a fall did she have?
She's getting stronger. I think that's one key for her, is just get a little more length for her. She's working on some shots that she needs to get just a little bit better at. It's hard to critique a kid that each week she really has a chance to win, and so she's getting better there, and she's working hard. And the rest of the team, we just had individual meetings, and they're all working towards different goals individually, so that hopefully when we come back in January, February, we'll be ready to go.
Taylor Dobson also had a top 10 finish for you, and you mentioned before we started this taping that, hey, we had this many times that one of our ladies, was under par. So that was a good sign, right?
Yes, and that, I think, is why we've been a bit frustrated as a coach and as players, because we know what we're capable of, and they'll put 2 good rounds together. Unfortunately in golf, or fortunately in golf, you've got to have 3 good rounds, and we need to have 4 players, and we just haven't had that consistency. So again, a young group, but I think they're starting to see they can do it.
And another thing that's always important in golf, of course, is not what it looks like at the top, but how about that number 5? That number 5 has to pull you through. And you have to have some depth. Are you establishing some depth?
Yeah, right now we've got a couple of girls that are right at 4 or 5 playing for that spot, and they challenge for the 3 spot too. So yeah, we do have some depth, and we just need to perform when it's time to perform.
And at that bottom end, if you will, there's some of those players that are battling for 3, 4, or 5. That's competition, isn't it? And does that it's got to make you better.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is you've got to have competition outside of the tournaments as well, so that on a daily basis you're being pushed to be a better golfer, and they do a good job of that. They're very, very competitive girls, and they want to win at everything we're doing.
Well, they call it the spring season, but it actually begins in the winter. You'll get back underway in early February. So there's not a whole lot of time, but in that time, in this Christmas period, in between the semesters, what do you expect the young ladies to do in terms of, kind of fine-tuning their game?
Yeah, it's a time to work on some mechanical things in the golf swing. It's a time to get stronger. Coach Dietz is great with the girls, and he's got a good workout program for them, so they're getting stronger. And, various things like that. They've got to, if they're struggling with putting, we got to get that figured out. Just little things that when you're in mid-season, it's a little difficult to get the work on mechanics. And so all of them have little things that they need to work on, and what I've told them is we're going to find out how much you want to get better, because this is a time to do it. Absolutely,
and of course the indoor facility has to help a little bit. If it's too cold to go outdoors, you do have the indoor facility at the Maybe Gym building, and as I walk by there, I'm always seeing the young ladies working on their game, and I know you have the technical aspect with the filming and all that, so the taping and that kind of thing, so that helps to keep things going too, right?
Yeah, it helps a lot. We're an outdoor sport, so we want to be outside as much as possible. But if the facilities aren't open at the golf course, we're fortunate enough to have that room that we can get in there and get some work done. We had some donors put some money up for us to get a putting lab, which is going to make a world of difference come January, February, if we have some days that we have to be inside.
All right, Coach, we'll have a good, I don't want to call it off season because I know you work hard all the time, but congratulations on the fall. We look forward to seeing you in the spring.
Thank you.
Annie Young, who is the head women's golf coach at the University of Tulsa.